Welcome back. In the previous part, we finished off episode 1, Turnabout Memories. Now it's time for episode 2, The Stolen Turnabout. And if I notice there's that urn again. Interesting. Yes. The time is 1 a.m. Detective, we made it. Yeah, what a relief. Bet the jewel is still safe. Oh, you said it, pal. It must have been our rock-solid security that scared him off. Would you mind opening the safe just to double-check? Did anybody get that code? Master Mask. Ah, we've been had! Salutations. Out front! Guards, turn on the searchlights! Better look next time, gentlemen. It's Fantafiche B. Excuse me, but I'm afraid I must be leaving now. He's gone. We shall meet again when the next moon is full. Oh dear. October 11th, 3:24 p.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices. Hey Nick, get a load of this. Hey, are you listening to me? Can clean the toilet later. This is important. What are you freaking out about now? Today will be the last time you talk to me that way. Huh? We're about to hit the big time. Big time? What do you mean by we? You don't mean you and me, Don't be silly. I'm talking about me and Pearly, of course. Hey, it's Pearly. Hello, it's a pleasure to see you again, Mr. Nick. Pearls, you haven't changed a bit. Wait, what are you doing here anyway? Haven't you heard, Mr. Nick? Here, take a look at this. What's this? Some kind of poster? I am. Sacred urn. Like, it's been destroyed so many times, hasn't it, at this point? Crane Village, isn't that? That's right. It's our hometown. Early and mine, that is. What's this about treasures from the boonies? Very funny, you can laugh all you want. But you'll be singing another tune tonight. Tonight? What about tonight? The Treasures of Crane exhibit doesn't actually start until next week, but the promoter sent us some special VIP entry passes. Well, I should hope so. And that's why I dressed up extra special today. What do you think, Nick? Huh. Same Maya. Different day. This young lady here is Maya Fey. The younger sister of Mia Fey, my friend and mentor. I first met her 2 years ago. I was working on the case surrounding Mia's death. And ever since then, I've been the one who's been keeping this law office afloat from behind the scenes. Actually, that's just a cover for her true identity. In reality, she's a spirit medium, and a bit of a shady character. Hey, who are you calling shady? And this little girl is Pearl, Faye. But I usually call her Pearls. She's Maya's cousin. And a spirit medium in training herself. I know I'm a bit young, but I want to help in any way I can, Mr. Nick. She's adorable. Crane Village is the home of the mysterious Crane channeling technique. And Maya here is the daughter of the Crane School of Channeling's master. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's no joke. I've seen her power with my own eyes. It's the real thing, alright. After Nick, how long are you going to make two gorgeous women like us wait? Yes, Mr. Nick. I can't wait any longer. I want to see the exhibit. Looks like I don't get a choice here. Might as well head on out. Oh, treasure exhibit poster added to the court record. October 11th, 7:18 p.m. Lordly Tailor. Main exhibit hall. Maybe it's Patrick's Tailor? Lordly Tailor. The city's fanciest and most expensive department store. Oh. Fair enough. Treasure exhibit, huh? Have to admit, I'm pretty impressed. Wow. This is awesome. Yeah, you can make even the cheapest junk look great. It all depends on how you display it. Oh, they even have the dusty old hanging scroll that was in the famed Manor storeroom. Yeah, I remember scribbling on it when I was a little girl. On a family heirloom. Say, Nick. The person in charge of the exhibition is waiting for us in the basement warehouse. Alright. Guess we should go say hello. Let's examine what we got here. It could be relevant for anything later. I can't remember this old folding screen here. Pretty sure it was an important piece of evidence. Yeah, it should have a hole in it. In that murder case that happened in Korean village. This folding screen is the greatest of all the spirit channeling secrets. The 6-leaf Korean sacred writings folding screen. It's so secret, why is it the most prominent thing in the exhibit? A piece of cloth with a ton of finely written characters jammed onto it. Probably esoteric knowledge only mediums would know. Let's see. Here's the title in English. 108 Ways to Save Money. I'm pretty sure the number has gone up since the last time I saw it. Well, we're always looking for new ways, you know. Being a medium sounds like a rough way of life. Yeah, it's like if you add up 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, and 42, that's 108. What's with this big cushion? It's just lying around with nothing on it. Well, it must be for the greatest treasure of all. Greatest treasure? Is there something like that? Huh? Why, of course there is. Right, Pearly? Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, I'll bet it would really take your breath away. Yeah, we'll see about that. Oh, Mystic Maya, look, can't believe it. Ah, it's so cute. It's a little diorama of Korean village, including the bus stop. Yeah, look at that. But somehow it seems to reek of dreariness. I know! I'm charging it while I'm playing. Oh, Mystic Maya, it's your house. It even says Fame Manor on it. Yikes, you're right. Kinda want to add the famous in front of it. Don't do it, Maya. It might get mad. They're just a bunch of old urns. Are these really treasures, too? Of course they are. This is a treasure exhibit, isn't it? Well, yeah, I guess so. So all it takes to be a treasure is age. No wonder nobody likes museums. I like museums. Doesn't seem to be anything else, so let's move over to the basement warehouse. This feels familiar. October 11th, Lordly Tailor, basement warehouse. Reminds me of the car parking lot in that sort of extra bit in the first game at the end. Seems very familiar in terms of layout. Slightly different though, but still. Yep, this is a basement warehouse, alright. This place is scary. I feel like a monster could jump out at any time. Don't be scared, Pearly. I'll protect you. Oh, Mr. Wright. Hey! A monster! You're alright! Huh? A monster? Monsters appeared. Oh, hello. Good evening. It's good to see you again. I know you. Nice to see you again too, little miss. Ah, hello. Is she a friend of yours, Nick? How do you know her, Pearly? Nice to meet you. I'm Adrian Andrews. I'm in charge of the promotion and planning for this treasure exhibit. I'm also responsible for the security arrangements. Oh, nice to meet you. Adrian sure has changed since we last met. So this is the warehouse. The really valuable exhibit items are still stored away in here. Alright, so let's have a look at the sign over here. Keck, it says. Keck. It looks like a part of a big signboard. All I can read on it is Keck. Aha! Got it. Maybe it's supposed to say... Well, it doesn't work anymore, does it? Hamburger. Why would anyone write hamburger that big? Like, maybe for the World Hamburger Festival or something? Kinda doubt it. Aha! I've got it. Maybe it said spaghetti. Why are you talking about food? Oh, wait, that's normal for you. Anyway, it says burr. There's no way it could be spaghetti. Well, maybe it was a typo. It might have said Spaghetti Festival. What do you think? Okay to me. Besides, spaghetti is the only thing more tangled than your reasoning. Oh dear. This computer, it looks like it's hooked up to the security camera above. And that means what? The camera is set up to take a photo of anyone that goes in and out of the storeroom. Then the data from the camera gets uploaded to this computer here. That's what. I see. That's some pretty high-tech stuff. Tell it's an old game. It's not. It's a security camera. It's trained on the warehouse door. It's set up to take a picture of anyone that enters or exits the door. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, they say. Yes. Which is why vaccines are so good. Idiots. Idiots. Nothing else is giving me a yellow magnifying glass? The paint? Oh no. Look! A ladder! That's a step ladder. So, what's the difference? You need to stop judging things based on narrow-minded cultural assumptions, Nick. Right. Sorry. Why do I feel like we've had this exact same conversation before somewhere? Yeah, it does feel familiar. Mr. Nick, what's that big door over there? Looks like it's the door to the actual storehouse. I can see lots of big boxes and stuff back there. Really? Let's go in. I want to take a look. Oh, I'm sorry. Unauthorized personnel aren't allowed in there. Did you hear that, Nick? We're unauthorized personnel. Why are you telling me that? I think that's it for now. Okay, let's speak to Adrian. It really has been a long time, hasn't it, Mr. Wright? Nick, what's going on? Who is this woman? Why are you freaking out on me? What? I just thought it'd be more dramatic if I got all worked up, that's all. Mystic Maya, you shouldn't let him off the hook so easily. Please, Maya. Don't say anything that'll need needle pearls further. Mr. Wright was there for me when I really needed help. It was something that happened 7 months ago. You remember, don't you? The Nickel Samurai case? Not really. I was stuck in a dark wine cellar. Did that escape your memory, Nick? Not really. I don't think it would escape his memory. After that, I quit being a manager and started this job. Wow, that's tough. Sorry, Miss Andrews. If it wasn't for us... No, don't say that. I'm glad the whole thing happened. Thanks to you and everyone else that was involved, I was able to change my whole life. I really am grateful. Phew, that's a relief. Yeah, it's like... She just seemed happier. I'm really impressed, Miss Andrews. Handling a huge exhibition like this must be very tiring. Well, Lordly Tailor is celebrating their 200th anniversary this year. The works on display in the main exhibition hall are worthy of the finest museums. Woohoo! Did you hear that, Pearly? The finest museums. Yes, I did. That's really wonderful. So this basement warehouse is pretty well protected, huh? Of course it is. After all, there are some priceless treasures here. The security guards are all very highly trained as well. Sounds good. So what's with that face she's making? Okay. Ah, there's a slide. Ah, there we go. Oh my. Organi. Alright. Mystic Maya, take a look next to the door. That's Mystic Amy, right? Yes, that's the statue of the woman who invented the Crane channeling technique. Amy Faye. This statue is on loan from one of the training halls of the Faye branch family. In fact, it just arrived this morning. Amy Faye's golden statue added to the court record. It's holding the Shitishito? Sounds like I'm swearing. What's that creepy looking thing she's holding? Don't ask me. How should I know? Well, you are the future master, right? Maybe so, but this is the first time I've ever seen this statue. That thing is the Crane Shitishito. It's a ceremonial sword. Someone let me know on that one. That one I'm, really curious how to say. It's not a real weapon, so the blade isn't sharp. Phooey. Just wanted to cut something. What are you eyeing me for? Oh, look. It's already 8. Have you already all eaten? Well, actually, I've already made a reservation at the restaurant on the 12th floor. Why don't we all dine together? I'm trying to think like organi combined with burr. Do you feel like the words are going to be important there? What words could we make from that, though? Oh, I like the sound of that. Dine. It sounds so fancy. I'll have the kids' lunch. Pearly, it's dinner, not lunch. What's with the music? Why don't you go for it and really eat your fill of a kid's dinner? Okay, in that case, one kid's dinner for me. Shall we head upstairs then? No, I want to carry on investigating. After that pleasant evening, all that remained was to wait for the exhibition's opening. It was wonderful seeing Miss Andrews looking so happy. None of us could have imagined that the very next day something terrible would happen. October 12th, 10:09 a.m. Writing Co. Law Offices. Nick! This is terrible! What the... You're cleaning the toilet again? I never knew you were such a toilet freak. Give me a break, would you? My brain just hit the snooze button for the 5th time. I'm going to turn on the TV. I've got an update on the recent treasure heist. Based on clues found at the scene of the crime, authorities have announced that they believe it was the work of the renowned Phantom Thief. Phantom Thief, be masked de mask. Mask? The mask? According to the spokesperson, Lordly Tailor received a threat letter some days ago. This is the 5th heist by this Phantom Thief, who only targets rare treasures. Lordly Tailor? Well, Nick, what are you going to do? Don't you dare go back to scrubbing the toilet. Treasure? Lordly Tailor? You don't think? Yes, now get up, Nick. It was stolen by Mask to Mask. Our most valuable treasure. The Korean sacred urn was stolen. What? Oh. Let's examine the office now we got a chance. Charlie! Charlie. A quite decorative plant. When she was alive, Mia really loved it. She even went so far as to make it our mascot. Must be nice to be a plant being able to just sit in the sun and photosynthesize. You know, I want to get a plant like that and call it Charlie. I'll get a fake one because I don't want to water it or anything like that because I'll kill it. It won't get enough light basically, so it's like, yeah. I want to make sure it's like I don't actually kill a plant. So I'll get a fake one instead that looks perfect, that looks really, 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 really good, exactly like that, and I'll call it Charlie. Hey Nick, no time for daydreaming. That's right, Mr. Nick. No time for daydreaming. Oh man, I'll find that urn, they're not gonna give me a second apiece. An old movie poster. Apparently, this was the first movie that made Mia cry when she saw it. A long time ago. Maya watched it recently and she said she cried all night too. Which I guess is why it's back up on the wall. I'll have to check it out one of these days. Difficult-looking legal books, standing in a formidable row. They mock me. Actually, I've neglected them for so long that they're covered in a layer of dust. Maybe I should actually try reading them once in a while. Hey, Nick! This is no time for reading. Yes, Mr. Nick. You can always read later. Guess I won't be getting any peace and quiet to even read until I find that urn. It's my desk. I don't get to use it much, so the dust bunnies are starting to mount their assault. Maybe I should wipe them out with a few well-placed swipes of my cleaning rag. Hey, Nick! You trying to make me upset? Yeah, Mr. Nick. If you're worried about the cleaning, please leave it up to me. At least Pearls is good at cleaning. I guess I better go find that urn. There is a giant building just outside the window. It's the Gatewater Hotel, a high-class luxury hotel. The chain is getting so rich that they bought a whole chunk of the next town over. They started building a huge theme park. It's gonna be called the Gatewaterland. And to think that 2 years ago, it was just a little hotel for businessmen. Oh, they've expanded quite a bit then. Refresh my memory a little. What's this sacred urn? It's only the most important treasure in Korean village. That's all. Look, it's right there on this poster. Where? Do you remember what's inside? The urn contains a very important soul. Namely, the soul of mystic Amy Faye, the founder of the Korean channeling technique. Right, Pearly? Ah, yes, that's right. Hold up. I thought the urn had the name Amy written on it. Now it says I am. Any idea how that happened, Pearly? Huh? Well... there are some things best left unsolved, wouldn't you say, Mr. Nick? Yes. That's right. 1 year ago, there was a murder in Korean village, Maya's hometown. The sacred urn turned out to be an important clue in that case. Sacred urn added to the court record. Oh, alright. What to do? Okay, the toilet is shinier than the judge's head. Let's see what's next. What's wrong with you, Nick? What do you mean? What do you mean, Mr. Nick? Your beloved Mystic Maya's treasure has been stolen. Doesn't that even bother you? But I thought the urn was the village's treasure, so I don't see how... No! The village is Mystic Maya. She's the future master of the Korean School of Channeling. You know what I'm talking about, Mr. Nick. I won't let you say you don't. Okay, I do. So what am I supposed to do about it? Isn't it obvious? Go and find the bad guy who did this. Yeah, and get the sacred urn back. But I'm not a detective, I'm a lawyer. This has nothing to do with this. If you're a real gentleman, you would find it for your beloved Mystic Maya. Man, oh man. There's no winning against Pearls' fairy tale image of love. So what's the name of this bad guy again? Mask to Mask, Nick. Make a note of it. Mask to Mask. Mask to Mask. Last year's incident. That was terrible. I was arrested and everything. 1 year ago, the murder in Korean village. A man was killed during one of Maya's spirit channelings. And this urn wound up being the key piece of evidence that proved her innocence. Mr. Nick, would you mind not telling Mystic Maya about that? You promised, remember? You said you wouldn't tell anyone I broke the urn. Oh yeah, that's right. Now I remember. This urn used to say Amy on it. Until Pearls accidentally broke it into 1,000,000 pieces. She tried to secretly fix it. Let's just say it didn't work out so well. Sorry, I'm not so good at arts and crafts. Spelling either. Anyway, this is how her gluing project turned out. You put the pieces together wrong and now instead of Amy it says I am. Can't believe no one's noticed this until now, a whole year later. It's obviously been broken. Can't believe it myself. It feels like they actually do know, and they just haven't said anything. Let's present. The urn? Is this thing really all that valuable? It looks kinda, well, junky if you ask me. But it's got the soul of Mystic Amy, the founder of our channeling technique. So how much do you think you could get for it? What? Sell the sacred urn? You know, I never thought about that. Hey Pearly, make a note of that. Ways to save money, tip 109. Sell treasures whenever possible. Whenever possible, check. Somehow I think Maya's going to be searching for a buyer for a long time. You know, even I didn't know the statue existed until a little while ago. So I'm guessing the statue didn't exist. And it's actually the Phantom Thief. He was just standing there as a statue. Didn't Adrian say it's from a Fey branch family's training hall or something? Yes, there are actually a lot of training halls scattered all over the country. Hidden away deep in desolate mountains. Why does it always have to be desolate mountains? Is this thing really all that valuable? It looks kinda, well, junky, okay. So coming back to the sacred urn from a different angle. Oh hey, it's my Magatama. So what do you think, Nick? Isn't it neat? It sure is. Being able to peek into people's minds is definitely a nice advantage. What? How do you know, how do you do that? What do you mean? You gave me this thing. Well, I knew Pearly put some sort of spiritual power into it. I had no idea that it let you do something as cool as that. Some future leader you are. Next time you use it, let me know, okay? I want to see into people's minds too. So, what do you think about this? What about it, Pearly? I'm not certain. What do you think, Mr. Nick? Maybe 3 heads aren't better than 1. Maybe. Well, let's go through the list. She certainly seems grateful to you, Nick. Oh, she was in a pretty tight spot during that terrible ordeal. Actually, I'm grateful to her too. It sounds like you're not telling me something. I'm gonna take a good look at the case file next chance I get. Pearly is such a cutie, isn't she, Nick? Yep. And she's smart too, just like yours truly. She's got quite a future ahead of her. I bet she could be president someday. President that can channel past presidents, That just might come in handy. I'm going to have to really buckle down and get serious. Oh, you're the future master of the Korean channeling technique after all. Yeah. Then I have to play the part of big sister too. But Pearly, and you, Nick. What? Do I look like I was born yesterday? Sis, I really miss her. Was Mystic Mia... was she a really good lawyer? Yeah, she was awesome. She taught Nick everything he knows. You should train hard and try to make her proud, Mr. Nick. Yeah, I'll do my best. You can join me on my next trip to a freezing waterfall. I hate to break it to her, but I don't think being frozen to the bone helps in court. Keep your mind fresh. It's my 3rd year as a young but skilled lawyer. Not very photogenic, are you? I guess that's the end of that conversation. Oh, it actually is. It's just like, yep, nope, it is the end of that conversation. Main Exhibition Hall. October 12th. Lordly Tailor, Main Exhibition Hall. Right, let's see if we can find some clues that might lead us to the bad guy. But it doesn't look like anything has been disturbed. Yeah, it looks pretty much the same as it did last night. Bad guy, huh? Hey! You can't poke around here, pal. There he is. Wait a minute. That voice. Oh no, not him again. It's you! And I'm the one who should be saying not again. Why is it that every time something bad happens, you always show up, pal? I should be asking you that. Are there any other detectives? No, I should be asking you that. What are you doing hanging around here? Hey, I asked you first. Why are you here Alright, we got it. Why don't you two kiss and make up already? Hello? It's been a long time, Mr. Scruffy Detective. Oh, it's you, little missy. Actually, my name is Gumshoe. Detective Dick Gumshoe, not Gick. Now is a good chance for you to try to remember it, right? And if it's too long for you, you could just call him Dick. Okay, it's good to see you again, Dick. Yeah. Good to see you again too, I guess. Oh dear. What happened? Mr. Detective Dick, can you tell us about what happened? Oh, you're trying to remember my name. Atta girl. It's Gumshoe, okay? Anyway, the thief stole something called the Sacred Urn. I know about that. Oh. Well, criminal's name is Master Mask. I know about that too. Detective, can't you tell us something other than that? Well, guess I sort of kind of owe you guys, in a way. Crime occurred last night around 1:30 in the morning. How exactly do you know that? We got an emergency phone call from a guard at the scene of the crime, pal. He said the urn was just stolen. The scene of the crime? You mean here, right? Wrong. That urn was being kept under careful guard in the basement warehouse. Basement warehouse, huh? So who was guarding the basement warehouse? That guy. It's all his fault that the thief got away, pal. He solves one case and gets a swelled head, thinking that he's an ace detective. An ace detective? Oh, Master Mask then? Hey, Detective Gumshoe, about this Master Mask. Is he famous? What? You're joking, right, Nick? Master Mask is the hottest thing since sliced bread. Sometimes he appears as a museum guard. Sometimes he appears as a big brown bear known to surprise unsuspecting victims. Bear, you say? But underneath those disguises is the true Master Mask. Again, he's gonna be the statue. So he's some kind of master at disguise, huh? He only goes after the finest works of art, pal. Last night was his 5th heist. If Lordly Tailor had only cooperated, could have caught him this time. What? Then you knew he was planning on stealing the Sacred Urn? Of course I did. The guy always sends his calling card before he steals something. Calling card, huh? They mentioned that on TV. Ace Detective. So why do you call him an ace detective anyway? That's what he calls himself, pal. I didn't make it up. So, what's he like? Well, like I told you, Master Mask has made 5 heists so far. On the 4th heist, Mr. Ace Detective managed to get the stolen treasure back. Wow, that is impressive. All by himself? Yeah, gotta admit it, pal. Maybe it really is as good as he says. Every time the thief sends one of his calling cards, we send our men on a stakeout. But none of us has ever gotten so much as a glimpse of the guy. But Mr. Ace Detective was able to retrieve the stolen treasure from the thief. Suspicious. Anyway, he's at the scene of the crime right now, looking for clues. So he's down in the basement warehouse, huh? Calling card. So what's this calling card? Here it is. But don't show it to anyone. It's top secret, okay, pal? What's this mark on the front? That's Master Mask's signature emblem. Pal, you could say it's his mark. All of his calling cards have got it on them. He didn't mention that on the news flash. We're withholding that detail from the public for operational reasons. At the moment, my #1 suspect is this ace detective is Master Mask. The only way we can tell if a calling card is real or not is by this emblem. Calling card added to the court record. That makes sense. When you get famous, there are always imitators. Mr. Nick, if you work a little harder, maybe you can have your own copycat someday. Thanks, I guess. Okay, so I'm thinking we'll end this part here, and the next part we'll go see about the basement. See you then. Ta-da! And now... what's this line up here? What's that about? It's clearly a wire. Maybe we'll find out in future. This is another one, isn't there? There's another one over there, look. Maybe that'll be relevant? Maybe? We shall see. In the next part, maybe later, not entirely sure. But for now, ta-ta!